about film when you see Big Ben at this point? There's been a lot of talk about where he is at this point in his career. What do you see? What is the challenge of beating them there?
Yeah, that's going to be a huge challenge. Obviously, we played there last year, and that was difficult enough to try and leave that stadium with a win, and there were no fans. So obviously, it's going to be a huge challenge this year. And anytime you travel on the road, you got to pack your defense. And I mean, they're more than capable of moving the ball up and down the field. They got a great young running back, a plethora of receivers, and obviously, Ebron at tight end, a few other guys. And so, Big Ben's been in charge over there for, almost as long as I've been alive. So he's more than capable of moving the ball, man. And, we got to make sure we're on our P's and Q's when we go over there and got to leave the stadium with a win.
Justin, we didn't get to ask you about Caden Sterns Sunday, but what did you think of the rookie?
I thought he played great, obviously had limited snaps and, for the game plan that we had in there and kind of like asking him what to do. I thought he went in there and he played a heck of a game. Obviously, he had 2 sacks, 2 big sacks. And, that's not easy with, someone like Lamar in the pocket being able to escape like he can. So, but that's expected of him. Kareem and I have talked about it since he's gotten here. He's picked up the playbook really well. And we expecting him to make more plays like that throughout the year.
Najee Harris leads them in receptions. When he gets the ball in open space as a receiver, what kind of challenge is he for the whole defense?
Oh yeah. It's a big challenge for us. It's going to be discipline in our pursuit angles. Making sure that we're rallying to the football. He does a great job breaking tackles in the open field. And so, like I said, the biggest thing for us defensively is not assuming. See a guy there, you'll be able to get him down. We got to be pedal to the metal. Everyone getting to the football and gang tackling. He does a good job at breaking tackles.
What did you take from the film study, looking back at the Baltimore game that you can apply going forward?
Yeah, like I talked about. You always want to go back and watch the film, but exactly what I talked about post-game, communication, and watching it, and you can see where some of the things broke down, and that's going to be the biggest thing this week. Now, obviously, we're playing on the road, so crowd noise won't probably necessarily be a problem. But with that being said, with motions and quick snaps and things like that, we're going to have to be able to be on top of it, and that's going to be the biggest thing.
Justin, is that something you can correct during the week with Kareem? Is that something that's hard
No, that's definitely something you can replicate in a game, or throughout in practice. It's it's doing it. The thing about it is you can do it over and over and over and over, and then as soon as you get into the game, you start seeing things differently than you would have in practice. And sometimes those things happen, and you dust it off and you get to the next play. And it's the NFL. Guys are going to make their plays. We're going to make our plays, but obviously you try and limit the explosives, and that's going to be a big goal for us this week.
Good teams usually play well after a bad game. What is it about this group that makes you think you guys will be able to respond after something?
We have no choice. We have to respond to this game on Sunday, and if we want to continue playing good football, and obviously Sunday's game was what it was. All around, just wasn't a great game for us. But if we want to continue to keep playing great football, like you said, you got to respond. It's not the loss this past Sunday that defines you as a football team. It's how you respond to a loss that defines you as a good football team. And so, practice this week has to be more amped than it's been in weeks prior. And then it can't just stop there, right? It has to carry over to a tough environment going into Pittsburgh and finding a way to win on Sunday.
So do you take that upon yourself to amp up practice? We know K-Jack's going to talk, but do you have to ratchet it up?
Oh, yeah, of course. And, obviously for me, it probably won't be K-Jack style and talking and things like that, but definitely in the urgency and in the play and then communication, things like that. It's definitely going to require a lot more effort on, some of the leaders on the team and making sure that we're doing everything we can to push this team to getting a win on Sunday.
Justin, the rules don't allow safeties or defensive players in general to hit like guys like Steve Atwater did when he played, but Kareem Jackson manages to kind of walk that line, being a very physical player while playing within the rules. What do you see from him that kind of allows him to be that guy that can still be intimidating even in today's NFL?
Yeah, I mean, well, to start, he's 5'2", so you know, he's lower to the ground, easier trajectory. Nah, I'm playing.
Been waiting a while for that one. haven't you?
I have, yeah. He'll kill me as soon as I get in the locker room after hearing that. Nah, but I mean, Kareem's played so much football that he's so instinctive. If you ever watch, and I mean, I know you guys do. If you ever watch, you know, some of like his big hits, it's almost like he's playing running back. He knows when the cutback is coming, and he knows his angle. He knows the trajectory of where, you know, typically the ball carrier will be, how high, how low. And, you know, once he commits, he commits. And there's no, whether you're a teammate, the ball carrier, a blocker, if you're in his path, you know, you're getting hit. And that's one of the things, you know, that I look at and I watch, and, you know, I'm trying to learn from him, asking him questions on, you know, things like that, because it's really impressive. And obviously it's a trait that a lot of guys in the league don't have, and I think it's something special. So, yeah, I mean, he's great at doing that.
How's your finger?
My finger's fine. Yeah. Nah, it's just precautionary stuff. Doesn't hurt at all. Thank you.
Justin.